Why did Mike Tyson start throwing blows on an airplane? Guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Brandon Mason. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we hit sports live. If you're interested in sports, entertainment, live media, you got the right channel. If it's your first time watching, like and subscribe. Let's dial into Mike Tyson. So guys, let's talk about this for a second. Let's pull a picture up right away. So Mike Tyson is on an airplane. I believe it was JetBlue. Okay, he's traveling. He's going from California all the way to Florida. And you got a young man on the screen. You can see a picture right here of this guy. This guy wants an autograph. He wants an autograph, and it turns into a rough situation. You can see Mike Tyson starts throwing blows. Why has this happened? Because the gentleman on the airplane behind Mike Tyson initially just wanted to get an autograph, but he was intoxicated. So he continuously kept bothering Mike Tyson, kept basically pestering him, and that's why this starts happening. Mike Tyson is not the guy to mess with. We know that. Mike Tyson is not the guy to mess with, right? So if you're on an airplane with Mike Tyson, okay, and you ask for an autograph, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. He might push you aside, he might help you out. But Mike Tyson is flying from California to Florida and probably just wants a piece. Now, the first things first, why is Mike Tyson flying in coach? That's one of the biggest questions I gotta know. Why is Mike Tyson flying in coach on an airplane? He can easily fly in first class. He can easily fly on his own jet or charter a jet, but that's not the biggest problem, right? Mike Tyson can be humble. He does not have to fly private. He doesn't have to fly in first class, but it's the principal point. You're a first class, A-class celebrity. You're on the A-list. Everyone in the world knows who you are. You're not someone that could just walk in a grocery store. You have a tattoo on your face. So Mike Tyson is known by the world. If you're a kid and you played Mike Tyson or Super Punch Out or any kind of boxing game, or unless you're hiding in a hole, you know Mike Tyson. He's got a tattoo on his face. He's right there, and the guy behind him is excited. The guy behind him is excited, and we know that he's excited. So basically, he asked for the autograph. He's drinking a little bit too much, and now he's pestering Mike Tyson. Someone is recording it with their camera phone. Someone has their phone in their hand and they're recording. How does Mike Tyson handle this? As someone like Mike Tyson, someone who is a heavyweight champ of the world, I'm gonna pull this clip up again so you guys can see. Heavyweight champ of the world, someone who can knock your ass out, no problem. This is someone you probably don't want to do this to. I mean, this is common sense. Now, drunk or not, this guy was either gonna get put to sleep or he's gonna wake up after these hits, because this is not someone you want to mess with. Now, let's just say this. Mike Tyson is flying on already 5-hour, 6-hour trip. He's already probably not too fond of this flight. There's already anxiousness. No one wants to fly this long, especially in coach. And now, not only was this gentleman persistently annoying Mike Tyson, this is not, I guess, not proven yet, but apparently he throws a water bottle at Mike Tyson. Now, anybody in the right mind is not throwing a water bottle at Mike Tyson. You're not throwing a water bottle at Mike Tyson. And again, these pictures are pulling up so you can see. He is not his young 20s anymore, or his young 30s. I understand that. Mike Tyson's not the young guy who's out on the streets, you know, fighting on a weekly basis, or someone who's in the ring all the time. But Mike Tyson will knock your ass out for sure. So the conversation really is, who's in the wrong? Why did Mike Tyson do this, which we already know that he was already, you know, instigated to this? But what is the next chapter for Mike Tyson? What is the law? What happens here? Is the guy that got hit, is he gonna press charges? Because you're allowed to say what you want, right? But if you throw a bottle at somebody or you inflict any kind of injury or assault them, what is the law, especially on a JetBlue flight from California to Florida? What is the law? Are you allowed to fight back? Is Mike Tyson able to start trading blows with this guy? And again, it wasn't really trading blows because it was just one-sided, a guy just getting tattooed. So is Mike Tyson in the wrong? What do you guys think? Like and subscribe. Let me know. Is Mike Tyson wrong for reaching behind his seat and throwing blows at this man? Now, we know Mike didn't give it all his, if he gave it all his might, people are going to say, yeah, Mike Tyson was throwing a couple. If Mike Tyson sat back and just threw one major blow, this would have been a terrible situation. It wouldn't have been like this guy's walking off an airline with a couple, little marks, a couple scratches, or a little bit of blood. This would have been a terrible situation, especially the guy being intoxicated. And you got people in the back saying, Mike, Mike, don't do it, Mike, whatever. Because the whole flight knows who that is. It's Mike Tyson. So I think it's very hard to believe that this guy is that intoxicated that quickly on an airline. That's one thing. How did he get that drunk that fast? Was he drunk at the airport already? Did he go to the terminal already completely drunk, intoxicated, and let this man on the flight? Because if that's the case, there's bigger problems with JetBlue. There's bigger problems with the airline. So again, Mike Tyson does what he has to do. He handled his own business, put it in his own hands. Too bad there's phones and cameras around watching everything, because he will not get off scot-free without the media attention. This guy already knows, as the victim getting hit by Mike Tyson, you're already chasing the money. People are so happy anyway. So I guess we'll find out what the leading case I will cover. I will come on here and update this video. If it's your first time watching, remember to like and subscribe and leave me a message below. I want to know, is this Mike Tyson's fault? Is this the guy's fault for constantly pestering Mike Tyson? It's like, get your autograph and then sit back and enjoy the ride. That's what it should have been. It turned into a major debacle, and I want to know what you guys think, if Mike Tyson should walk away with no problems.